Kind of pausing here for a moment to waiting to see if that was thunder that I just heard. I don't recall seeing lightning. I was busy until I sat down here. And it just it was a boom, and then it sounded like a jet going over. But it was very short-lived. Jet sounds usually last longer than that. It didn't really sound like thunder. But the boom was kind of like, you almost feel it. It's almost like a neighbor closing their door. Thump. I'm not hearing anything. I'll keep my eye on the window because I'm going out. It's raining. Raining like a bugger right now. Well, it's kind of eased off a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm not sure what kind of sounds this microphone's gonna let through. But it was coming down pretty good just a few minutes ago, just before I come out, and it's easing off a little bit, so I figure it's a good time. So it's just after 3 a.m. right now. I woke up at 10 o'clock last night. I'm kind of finished everything I was doing, so it's kind of a spur of the moment thing. Just a quick decision. You know what? I want to go out. I got nothing left to do inside. Well, I got lots to do, but before I start on a major project. So it's official. Roll up the rim has definitely started. So I bought my coffee last night when I went out, and then I went back and I grabbed 3 more drinks. I grabbed coffee for me, 1 for Ken, and Michelle's. So it's 4 altogether. So I got 4 rolls. And my first roll was 5 Tim points. Reward points, whatever. And then I won 3 free coffees. So it started off good. So the second round of drinks was free. So I'm happy with that. Of course, I won't see that because I'm holding on to all mine like I did last time in February. Holding on to all my winnings till the end, and I'll total everything up and I'll start using those. And I'll have a period where I'm not paying for coffee. Yeah, for coffee. That's good. Say, wait a minute. Drinks, not coffees, but yeah. Be for me, so coffees. And I'm banking my points. I'm not going to be using my points either, so I won't get any free copies right now from the points. Because I remember if I redeem one of my winnings, I don't get points on it, and I don't get a chance to roll. I think that's how it worked. So I want to take every opportunity I can to win. So I don't even know what the prizes are. I haven't looked, and I'm not sure I will. Probably stupid stuff. Well, some stupid stuff like last time, but it's mostly points and the coffee that I'm interested in anyways. And if they have a gift card or a Tim card or something, that would be nice too. But I'm not going to bother looking. So I'm going to keep track of everything, and then once it's over, I'll kind of give you a total of everything that I won, like I did last time. So, last video, I think I talked about putting the garbage and the recycling out. I finally got that done, and it was finally a week where it wasn't going to rain. Well, 3 hours after I went in, that sounds like rain outside my window. And I looked, sure enough, it wasn't supposed to rain till later on Tuesday, so, you know, so be it, right? But I didn't feel too bad, because there was a lot of other people had cardboard out, you know, when I was out on my tour, so not a big deal. And I wasn't going to go back out and bring it back in, so I zoomed out, and yeah, there's quite a mess of precipitation coming at us. At that time, it was 21 degrees, and that was 3:02 a.m. So that was basically 24 hours ago. And it was actually warmer than when I was out on my tour, because when I went out on my tour it was only 20. So it actually warmed up, which was kind of cool. And then after I started hearing rain, I get to notice rain in the next 24 hours. Yeah, think. Rain in the next 24 seconds. And 5 o'clock in the morning, I got an alert. Rainfall warning issued, so here it comes. So, I'm out tonight. It's 13 right now, so I'm wearing my jacket. I am pretty much double layered, so it'll take a while for the rain to get through to my skin and make me cold. It's there with the yellow exclamation point. Rainiest system of 2021 arrives. And soggy start to fall in southern Ontario. Heavy rain begins flood risk, or brings flood risk. What's the date today? 21st? 22nd? 22nd. I thought autumn started the 23rd. Could be the 22nd. It's usually 22nd or 23rd. So I guess this might be the first day of autumn, which means summer is now officially over. Well, that kind of sucks. So I'm kind of looking at the radar just before I come out. It's just, there's lots there. That big yellow and orange is what just passed through. That was coming down when I come out here, and it's kind of eased off. There's another bit of yellow that might hit us. I'm not sure if that'll be here while I'm out. Depends on how long I stay out, I guess. But it just looks like it's gonna lighten up a little bit. And I didn't zoom out. Maybe I'll do that when I go back in. I'll get a radar of the whole system. It's coming up from, part of it's coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, and part of it's coming up from the east coast of Florida. So yeah, lots of warm moisture coming in with it, and it's bringing. So hopefully our rain's not too cold. Like I say, it was kind of a quick decision, spontaneous decision to come out, so I didn't make any notes. There was a whole bunch of things I wanted to talk about, and some of it regarding the software that I'm using, but I don't remember what that was. So I guess maybe I'll save that for another time, unless I remember when I am out, and I talk about it when I come back. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. So I'm gonna go out for a tour, go get nice and wet, and decide whether I'm gonna talk again when I get back or not. My eyes are adjusted to the darkness, and now these bright lights around me here. Wow. Wow, beautiful night to be out tonight. This morning. I grabbed my Timmy's. I took my travel mug with me, so that I got something plastic, because the cup would just kind of disintegrate in the rain. It's waterproof on the inside, but not on the outside. So, it's beautiful. There's almost no wind whatsoever. The rain is not warm, but it's not cold. It's just a very nice temperature. The air temperature itself could be a little nicer, but it would have been an absolute beautiful night for one of my night bike rides that I used to do. It would have been just beautiful. Wow, I enjoyed it. Dodging frogs and toads that are out all over the place. And of course the rabbits, but that's typical. I get them any night, whether it's raining or not, or even in the daytime. So, went for a pretty good drive. Stopped down at the park and a little shelter there to have smoke. And I took a couple paper towels with me to dry off my hands and my face so I could, finish it without getting it all wet. And I got off the scooter and kind of walked around a little bit. And first thing that happened when I was out is my elbow got wet, and that's from the water splashing up from the front wheel. Only the left one gets wet because I kind of sit with my arm like this on the armrest, and it just kind of sticks out. This arm is completely flat across it with my hand on the throttle, so it's not susceptible to that as much. So that's the first thing that got wet. And then as the water started running down my jacket, into my crotch, and that was cold. But when I stopped down at the shelter, I got off and walked around a little bit. And when I got back on the scooter, the puddle on my seat was no longer body temperature. Ooh, it was cold. So, drove a little more. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go tonight. I just wanted to go out and just enjoy. So I went down to the river by the soccer fields, the bridge there, a little peaceful spot. I sat down there for a little bit, and again, same thing. I got off and walked around a little. And I kind of walked towards the river, stepped in it, and it's actually up. It's not up much, but it is up a few inches. Oh, excuse me. So I stuck my hand in the water, and wow, the river is really warm right now. Of course, that's relative to, the temperature of my waterlogged hands, of course. Oh, I had hiccups. I don't know where they come from. So, got down there for a bit, and same thing again. Got back on the seat, sat in that cold puddle. That was the only 2 times I really got cold the whole time I was out. And I went for another fairly good drive after. And by that time my Timmy's was pretty much done, so I stopped and grabbed another one. So I got 2 roll-ups waiting for me now. And I'd still be out. I didn't want to come home. It's beautiful. I'm enjoying it so much. I'm by myself. There's nobody around. The cars are starting to come out now. People going to work, but there's nobody around. Nobody walking anywhere. So it's perfect. It's perfect for me. I like being on my own when I'm out. I'm in my own world, daydreaming, thinking about whatever. Just enjoyed it. It was such a beautiful night to be out. But I had to come home because the Monster is now on its low battery warning, so I can't go much farther. I don't want to take a chance. So I really need new batteries. I really do. So I proved something tonight, this morning. The Monster is definitely still waterproof. It came down pretty good for a while, and there were some pretty deep puddles that I splashed through. One of them kind of scared me a little bit, because I thought the front light had shorted or something, but no, it was just the splash the little tsunami that I created just kind of blocked the light for a second. And it freaked me out for a bit there, but it's just, it's running nice, running beautifully. It just, the range is limited right now until I get those batteries replaced. One thing I've been wanting to talk about, I keep forgetting about, is, you remember a while ago, I was driving and all of a sudden the monster just shut off. No warning. Just died. I kind of assumed that one of the battery terminals were coming loose. I've never checked. I haven't done any maintenance on the monster at all this summer. I never put the summer tires back on, so the winter tires are still on. There's no point in doing that now. Whoops. I just, I can't believe this whole summer's gone already. I can't believe it. But I've never looked for that problem. I've never tried to figure out what happened. And it hasn't happened since. It was just a one-off thing. It just, one time it just decided to shut down. So I don't get it. But, as long as it doesn't keep happening, I'm okay. But I gotta get to it soon. There's so much that needs to be done, and I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Can't think of anything else that happened while I was out. Camera kept working the whole time I was out. The backup camera, I still haven't changed that cord. That cord needs to be changed. I'm sure that's what the problem is. If I go out in the daytime, then it just kind of, it doesn't record the whole trip with my backup camera, the H9R. And it's doing the same thing that the H9 did, so I know it's not the actual camera that's doing it. I'm pretty sure it's that cord. But 3 times now I've gone out at night. Evening was the first one, and then my night tour, and then tonight. And all 3 of those, it stayed recording the whole time, which is good because that's the camera that I needed to work. Because it's the one that shows all the detail at night. SJ cam doesn't pick up the darkness as well as it does, and of course it's got the polarizing filter on it, so that kind of kills off some of the nice light that the bumper light's putting off. I guess that's it. I guess the last thing I'll say is the first coffee I got, I discovered, or figured, I should say, not discovered, but I figured out years ago, out of every 9 coffees, 7 of them are good. One of them is absolute utopia, or euphoria, whatever word you want to use, and the other one is just horrible. Ugh. Well, the first one I got tonight was that utopia one. I was just, wow, it just just added to the enjoyment of being out. So the second one I'm not sure about yet. There's the shift changed, different people in there now. Or just different people at the window, I'm not sure, but it wasn't the same ones. So hopefully the second one's is good. I haven't started it yet. But it is 5:25 now. Wow, I left here about 3:30, so I've been out for almost 2 hours. Nice. But I'm completely soaked, all layers. So I put my winter boots on tonight because I didn't want my shoes getting wet. Because if I go out tomorrow or something, then you have to put on cold, wet shoes, and I don't like doing that. Plus, when they dry, the shoes get really hard and crispy, crunchy. So, but I don't know what else to say. So, I guess I'm done. So, I'm not going to be able to show my tour Well, I can probably show it high speed, but I can't do the image stabilization on it. I might try one file just to see how it looks. Because normally when there's raindrops on the lens, it doesn't work. And it confuses it or something. And doing it at night, I haven't had any luck. So the two in combination might just kind of, there's raindrops on the lens and there's lights kind of reflecting off them. It's going to see that as motion. It might mess things up. So I'm not going to be able to put any stabilization on it. But we'll see what happens. I will experiment. I got lots of software to experiment with, so we'll see what happens. So I guess that's it for sure this time.